There was a night that we had watched a movie together, and the next morning I said to Peggy, I said, boy, that was some powerful movie. She said, what movie? We were about 12 years into Alzheimer's. I contacted the head nurse of our GP. She said, Roger, you've got to get in touch with My Second Home. When I first saw My Second Home, I wasn't sure Peggy was really ready for it at that point. She was still doing all the things that a person with more facilities had. Within 1 or 2 days, it was apparent we didn't need the second nurse. Everything was great for Peggy. She was off and flying at My Second Home without any help. When you're dealing with Alzheimer's as a caregiver, it's like running a marathon that has no end. The ability to pass the baton during the day so that you can go off and have a more normal life, that's what My Second Home affords to me and affords to Peggy. Peggy has a lot of stuffed animals, and she uses those to express herself artistically. She places these animals in ways that have real human characteristics to them. I enjoy photographing these and sending them out to our friends. If they don't get a photograph in a day or two, they want to know what's going on. We have 2 grandchildren that are 11 and 8. Peggy loves being with children at My Second Home, where it's more of an anonymous surrogate grandparent-grandchild situation. Her personality has not changed at all. She's always been a very, very sweet, warm, loving person with a great sense of humor. I realize what we have is beyond the reach of 99.999% of the country that does not have a facility like My Second Home. These caregivers don't have the ability to pass the baton, and without that, it is definitely a marathon with no end, and there's no way that anybody can do that. It's an absolute killer. The major philanthropists in this country could find no better use, really, than to try to replicate what My Second Home does in Mount Kisco. With a tidal wave of Alzheimer's that's approaching our generation in the next 10 or 20 years, I think philanthropy really should get behind this. You know, I don't look back as though we've lost anything. I look at life as though it's an arc. We've had great stages at every stage in our life, and this is another stage. If you look back at all the things that you're losing through Alzheimer's, it would be a totally depressing situation. We could say, boy, we've lost an awful lot. But we've gained an awful lot too with the friendships we have, My Second Home. We've had a great long life and a great love affair. And it isn't over yet. Every day, driving her over, you know, I say, Peggy, luckiest day of my life is when I met you. And she laughs and says yes. Peggy's as happy now as she's ever been. And My Second Home is a critical, critical element there.